all this crap set up. I'm on my phone this time, so it's gonna look a little bit better quality, I hope. Let me get onto a computer so I can read comments. But no one's on right now, so we're okay. So for those of you guys that are gonna watch later, if anyone does, I'm gonna be filling up my mini slash shocks right here with some 60 weight. I'm gonna see how it does. We'll charge up a battery and then I'll run the truck outside, so we'll see how that does. Let me get the other computer set up so I can actually read the comments. Mythical bread right there. So I think that's Tori. We got 3 people on now, so for those of you guys that just came in, we're gonna wrench on a little tiny truck today, and then maybe do a little bit of maintenance on some of the bigger cars, and then just show you guys around. So let me know how everyone's doing, what everyone's doing, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So I got everything loaded up on this one so I can see camera and the comments. Oops. Okay, there you go. Oops, why did I go full screen? Don't do that. Alright, there we go. So I got computer set up so I can see what you guys are saying. We got 4 people on now. Woohoo. We got so many people watching right now. It's like insane. Let me know in the comments how everyone's doing. I know it's been a while since I've even done anything on YouTube, but today I'm kind of bored. There's nothing better to do. And I'm doing a little bit of work right now, so we may as well do a little bit of a live. So I was originally going to do 40 weight in the shock oil or in the shocks, but 40 weight was what came stock on the truck, so I don't want to do 40 weight. I want to go heavier because it's super soft already. So we'll just get started, and then I'm thinking maybe we go outside and run the truck a little bit, just because why not? It is like 100 degrees outside though, so I won't be out there for too long, just because I'm a big wuss when it comes to heat, and it's not that fun. So we'll see. I know we got a lot of people that, we got a lot of people watching other lives and stuff too, because a couple of the YouTubers that I like, a couple of my subscribers are subscribed to them, and they're probably watching their lives too. Halfway. Like that. We got a lot of oil in that one. So look at all that gooey goodness right there. Can't hardly see it, but it's right there. So yeah. Definitely pretty relaxing, especially when it's like 1,000 degrees outside. You don't want to go play outside or just be outside. It's fun to work on cars, do maintenance and stuff. So we got one shock done. These are actually upgraded shocks. It's a upgrade factory, the factory upgrade shocks from Traxxas. They come with the nice aluminum shock body and the titanium nitride shafts. So I'll give you guys a little look at those. These are pretty much the shrunk down versions of what are on the big Revo. I know you guys like that truck. I'll put that one down. Got big Revo out. So you guys can see, legit, these shocks are literally just baby versions of what's on the big Revo. So I feel like that's pretty cool. And plus, like, you can see just how much bigger this truck is compared to the 16 scale. So like, check that out. It's freaking crazy. But I know in this one, it's stock shock weight. Stock weight
hey,
oil.
Idiot, charge me.
With the, what's it called? With the long travel springs and the regular rockers on it. So it's pretty stiff. So, big boy, little boy, and then even bigger boy back there. We'll take a look at the X-Max 2. We also got Puppy Dog right down here, but she's kind of just vibing. I want her to lay down, but she keeps walking around. I think she wants out of my room, which is okay. Yeah, we'll let her out. There you go, Goober. There she goes. We're back, and we have Tiny Shock. So, I know Tori is working on, what's it called? Our internship thing, so that's pretty cool. I already finished all that. And that is why I am currently playing. There we go. Look at that blue goodness right there. Oop, camera's on this side. Oop. It's backwards for me, but it's 60, okay? So, it's kind of hard to see sometimes, but, you know, it's a whole vibe. So no one's typing in the chat, so I'm going to assume all you guys are just having me on as background noise. So in that case, butt cracks, farts, and there you go. Butt cracks, farts, and race cars. I don't know. So throw down a comment so I can actually see who all is watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys want to see any of the cars, let me know. We've got a lot of them. Over here, there's the Fortec that I got not too long ago. There's the Slash 4x4 I got not too long ago. 8 RTR. Wrestler VXL with a light hit. Pinked out Stampede. Mini B slash race cars. T-Max. Big girl right here. She's the big mama. Then we got a couple more tiny cars here. This truck's badass. We might go drive that one too, if you guys want to see that. And then, yeah. Got a bunch of stuff that we can do. I also got these two trucks to work on, which are pretty cool. They're not mine. And we got this Exceed Nitro right here, which these guys are all trucks that I'm working on just for fun. So they're pretty dope. Flip the camera around. Get back propped up. My phone's about to die also. I don't have a super large or super long charge lead, so what's up, Curtis? So we got a lot of stuff that we can do. It's so freaking hot outside that it's like painful to be outside sometimes. Like tomorrow, it's gonna be 107, which I'm not too happy about because I'm more of a wintertime person. I love the wintertime, and the summertime I like because I'm off school. But now that I'm actually out of school now, kind of don't really have a reason to like summer anymore, other than it's hot and I can go swim because my aunt has a pool. which is a lot of fun. So I'm probably gonna go swim tomorrow after work. Which is gonna be fun as well. But I know here for a couple of days it's gonna be like miserable outside. I know Curtis, you're not too far away from me, so you're probably feeling the heat too. I kind of want to get one of like those inflatable kiddie pools and just sit in it. Like, if I could just do that with like the water hose running, I would be perfectly happy. We got Eduardo. He's back in here. Is there anything you guys want to see, like in general? Because I pretty much finished up this truck. I started when I was halfway through it, and these shocks are legit that big. So if you guys want to see anything, if you guys got any special requests, as long as it's doable, I'll be more than happy to do it, because I don't have anything to do today other than exist. It's pretty fun, but kind of boring. So you can see we got the truck all done. The shocks are nice and smooth now. Got the rears too. So I did 68 all the way around, which I know most of you guys don't really care about, but yeah, we got the little guy done. And for this guy, I also got a motor, a brand new motor for it, because this thing is, she's a little tired. So, I mean, this thing is every bit, this thing is every bit 10 years old. Or no, almost 10, like probably 7 or 8 years old, just for this. So, she needs a little bit of a refresh, but there's a going out of business sale, and I just got a brand new motor for 25 bucks, so we got that. And then for the big slash 4x4 for that truck, I got a 3-cell. Well, the 3-cell isn't like exactly just for that truck. It's also for a bunch of my other brushless trucks. So the 3 cells for this guy right here, the banana car right there, and Pinky right there. That's what the 3 cells for. And then I got fan, a motor, a heat sink, and a heat sink and a fan for that truck, because it'll be like 90 degrees outside and the motor gets like almost 200 degrees. But yeah, I've been meaning to buy a fan and a new motor for this guy, and there's a going on a business sale at a local hobby shop, which is kind of sad. But when I can buy a 3-cell for like 50 bucks, I'm gonna take my chance on that. The motor for this truck was 25. I think the heat sink and the fan was like maybe 15 or 20 bucks altogether. So definitely super good deals. They're not gonna last though, so you're not gonna really find anything like that unless it's like going on a business sale or like something like that. What's stopping me is my mom and dad getting mad at me for raising the water bill. So that's exactly what's stopping me. Plus, I don't want to spend money. I spent a lot of money on toy cars and gas for my big truck. So I'm trying to have my parents pay for whatever I can get them to pay for, because I don't want to run out of money. Fix and give RC bath. Let it sit on the sun for you to evaporate the water off. Yeah, I figured out a new way to clean up some of my cars too, where I get this stuff right here. It's like six bucks a can, but it's super nice because all you do is just spray it on the car and then shoot it off with the air compressor, and it comes out pretty clean. Especially if you actually try to make it look clean, it'll come out pretty clean, which is pretty cool. I like to do it for the 8-scale cars. Oh crap. I like to do it for the 8-scale cars, and especially the nitros, because the nitros get so dirty. But oh yeah, that's way better. Got a little, we'll do a little drop test. So I noticed with the stock Traxxas fluid that like came with the shocks, it's not very good in terms of like quality and stuff. Cause like I could feel a bunch of like air bubbles and stuff in it. So yeah, it's a lot better now. We can take a little looky-loo. Let me move all this stuff. Our water bill is high. Mine is $200. I'm gonna build trash and sewer. Yeah, I know ours can get kind of expensive sometimes too, especially during the summer, because me and my sister shoot each other with the water hose and stuff. So we'll just do a little size comparison too while we're at it. So keep in mind, this truck is actually a lot bigger with the wheels and tires on it. I just don't have them on because I was lazy and I didn't want to put them on. But yeah. So we can see, like, legit just how freaking similar these trucks are. Like, they're almost exact. Like, you can even see the webbing right here in the arm. It's a little bit different, but it's the same idea. And then the rockers, too, are pretty similar. Just shrunk down. Transmissions are completely different, though, because these are two different kinds of things. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never actually had these trucks side by side before. Just neat. I need to get the nice push rods and tie rods for this truck, like how I have on these, on this little guy right here. I do know that I definitely need to do some work to the diffs with this guy. But you can go back on the shelf with a little pink body with it. This is a little Pro Graphics body that I had. This hobby shop that I work at. Got it. Painted it candy magenta. Came out pink. I'm not angry about that. But shocks are way better on it, which is a big plus. So what should we work on now? I don't really know what I should work on. But you know what? Let me get all these put away. You know what? We'll take a look at some of the nitro cards, because I know you guys really like to see those. That's like majority of why you guys are here, is for the T-Maxes and Rebos and stuff. So show you guys those really quick, and then we'll look at the couple of the other cars too. Where's my drill? Oh, there it is. So in terms of like RC or just in general, what have you guys been up to? I've been up to a lot of work, and then just recently homework, because we have to if I want to get monies. Let me put that over here. I've also been up to working on my big truck, my full-size truck, doing like oil changes and stuff. But the AC took a crap on my truck, so it blows cold air out the defrosters, but it doesn't want to blow air out of the main like vent. So I think the actuator that works them is broken. So I need to buy a new one. We'll whip out the classic right here. It's been a while since I've taken this guy off the shelf, so that'll be pretty cool. I'm using my phone this time for the live, so I can actually like move the camera. So we'll take a little looky-loo. So you guys can see right here, there's the original body for it. I took it off because the rear end was all beat up. But you can see right there, all that right there. I wanted to keep the original body nice, or well, as nice as it could stay. Because I didn't want to trash that body, because like that's the original body. So I bought a clear body. I just did a simple white, just because like, why not? It looks kind of like my real truck. And then I also did like the sticker, the Traxxas sticker on the back, like my real truck. So that's pretty cool. But here's a little overview of the truck. I try to keep this truck pretty clean, especially because I want it to like look nice and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know all that I have, what I have done to this truck. servos, the new carburetor on it, forward only. I've been meaning to get a new pipe, and then I got fresh bulkheads on it that aren't the original black ones. I wanted to keep the original black ones, but they were broken. But everything else on the truck is original, so that's pretty cool. And then if you guys see back here, if you guys know what this is, if you guys know what these arms are from, let me know, because I do know what these arms are from, and I have a pretty cool T-Max that I'm working on right now. So let me know if you guys know what these arms are from, because I got the chassis right here. It's obviously a T-Max, but which T-Max is it from? That is the question. I have the original body for it too. So if you guys can't figure it out, I can show you the original body and you'll be like, oh. So, yeah. This thing's pretty dope right here. I don't really drive it that much since I got the Revo, just because, like, I have a Revo. 3.3, bigger engine. It's awesome. Been doing a little RC bashing, going to the casino a lot. Yeah, my coworker likes to go to the casino a lot too when he's not racing. How do you like that? FWO. I don't know what FWO means. But I'm assuming you mean like forward only or something like that. I don't know what you mean by FWO, but let me know. So we'll do that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. T-Max right there. Also, check this out. When I drop it, it's freaking beautiful. It's so nice. It took a lot of time making that truck good. I'm gonna put this guy right here. Got that. Ooh, I know what we'll take a look at. Oh, don't drop it. Dear God, please do not drop this. Alright, here we go. We got the big mama in here now. Oh, we got Bob's. What's going on, dude? So, we got this little girl right here. She's quite the spicy mama. Got the little single cab truck. It's been a while since I've driven this truck too, which is why the body's kind of a wee bit dusty. You know what? Let me close these. Oh no, it's dark. It's all spooky now. Turn the light on. And then I guess we'll open this one too. So you get a little bit of good light in here. But we got this guy in here. So I'm buying new wheels hopefully sometime very soon. I'm gonna buy new wheels for it because these are super hard and you can see they got like a flat spot on them. I don't know if you can see that. But there's a tiny little flat spot on them, which makes it kind of rough. Plus the tires are super stiff from just sitting for so long. So, yeah. And, I need to shoot it with the air compressor. But this is another car I try to keep pretty clean. Mostly because, for one, this guy's kind of... It's hard to get parts for this guy now. So I got these. Got a bunch of little spare parts for it now. Got a lot, actually. There we go. So you can see, I got the rear arms for it. Got this front little bulkhead. It's right here. I got the lower front arms, which I'm sure I'm going to break. Got the upper front arms, which I'm sure I'm going to break. Got a rear belt, because this is all that I could find. So this is the belt that goes back here. I need to find the front and the center belt, but they feel pretty good. It's just I need to find some replacement belts for it. Then I got front body posts, just in case we ever change out the body and I need to adjust them. I can readjust them so they fit right. And then I got a rear shock tower. So those are all the parts that I have so far. It's just I want more. So yeah, I try to keep parts and stuff for the cars that I run that I don't have parts for, but this is like really the only car that I have that I don't really that isn't really around anymore, because everything else that I have is either current or they still make parts for it. Like Slash 4x4, that thing's been around for ages, but they still make parts for it. The 8 4.0 and the RTR, those are still around, kind of. It's a little bit tougher to find parts for them, but they're still around. They're not extinct now, like the Fortec. So I had no problem running this guy or this guy. X-Max, obviously, it's still around. Got the wide kit on here. She's a little bit thicker. Those guys are still around. Pretty much all my cars that I have are still around, except for that B4 down there and the RC8, and then of course the Fortec. But everything else that I own is all pretty current trucks and cars, so it's pretty cool. Get the bodies on these guys now. Put him back up on the shelf because I stepped on this truck and it hurt. I don't know why it wants to hurt me though. I treat it so nice. There we go. There. Stay. There you go. Stay. Okay. Really don't want to drop this thing. Okay. There we go. Ah, okay. Well, it's close enough, I guess. So, oh, whoa, I almost fell. I have way too many cars in here, but she's set up a little, because I have those tires in the way. But, yeah, it's alright. Rule of thumb, any belt you tighten shouldn't be able to twist more than 90 degrees. So, like that, is that what you're talking about? Because there's no way that I can adjust these. On the Fortec, they don't really adjust that I know of, but is that what you're talking about? How it goes like that? Because I can twist it if I really try to. But I know this guy didn't run it for too long. Take a look at the bottom of the chassis too. Too much. But I know he did run it on some pretty rough roads. So it's alright. And then I got new coupler right here, deflector. This thing looks freaking sick with all the smoke coming out. When all the smoke comes out of the little cutout of the body, it looks like a drag truck. It's so cool. Looks like it's got a turbo setup on it or something. Oh, also check this out. So on this car right here, usually, here, you know what? I'm gonna put this down. All right, so typically on these cars, you usually have this piece right here. So you usually have this black piece right here. Well, turns out my coworker put this together, and I guess he forgot to put it on, which is no big deal. But I didn't notice that until after I got the car home. So I had to cut up a slash bell crank. Let me try to, can you see that? Right there. So I had to cut up a slash bell crank, and I made it work. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that one, but I made it work because whenever I used to drive the car, the bell crank would fall down and it would actually wear on the belt. So if you can see that, you can see all the uneven wear on it. So there it is. You can see it right there against the light. But yeah, this thing's freaking fast too. Like it's scary to drive because the because of how quick it is, because of how like small and how big the engine is. It's pretty scary to drive, but it's so much fun. Last time I tried to start this thing though, I had like there was like a little leak or something in the, there's like a little leak or something in the glow igniter, because whenever I was driving it, there was a bunch of oil and stuff spitting out of the top, which was not fun. And the engine was also super warm. So, yeah, but I put a fresh glow plug in it. Or I didn't put a fresh glow plug in it. I put the glow plug in it from the Revo, and it doesn't make that sound anymore, because whenever I used to do it with the old glow plug where it would shoot oil and stuff out the out the head, it would make like a sucking sound. It would like make like a sound, like you can hear oil or air being drawn in, but it doesn't do it anymore now, so I'm kind of confused. And it doesn't do that. The glow plug that was in this car, I put it in the Revo, and it doesn't make that sound anymore either. So kind of confused how that works, but I don't know. RC cars, they're different. They're fun though, a lot of fun. But my chassis, you know, it's got some light dust on it just because I haven't been driving it and cleaning it repeatedly, so it's just got some dust on it from sitting for a little bit. I think it sat for like a week or two now, just because it's been so hot and I've been busy, so yeah. Then my dad, he got the Jado, which is pretty awesome. I would go grab it, but I don't want to take you guys around the house because it's kind of dirty and everyone's in like relaxed mode, so I'm pretty sure they don't want a camera around the house. There you go. So you can see that right there, looking beautiful. Put some more stickers on it as well, and then we got those stickers back there. So did Curtis get it right? Yeah, because I know the .15 Pros or whatever they're called, those things, the original Vortex came with those, and they were already super fast. So with the Vortex, it hits with 3.3. It's almost able to hit like 70 miles an hour, but I don't want to go nowhere near that fast. But here it is from the front. I like this part right here. It looks like a little drag car. It's kind of dope. But this thing is definitely super cool. I like the fact that it looks like one of those single cab street trucks. I wouldn't want to own one of them, but I want to own one of them if it was a toy car. And I already have that, so yeah, it's pretty sick. Is there anything specific you guys want to see? Because we got a couple more people on now. So is there anything you guys want to see, like in specific? You guys want to see me do jumping jacks? I don't know. Well, we got Robert Shaw. I know he's commented on a couple of my videos and stuff before, so it's kind of cool to see. You know what? I'll take a look at the 8 scale too, because I'm bringing out the nitros, and what do you know? People are actually hanging around, so keep doing that. Find the formula that works. We'll look at both of them if you guys want, but this one's the cooler one, honestly. So, actually, we'll get the car stand for you guys for this one, for this special last. So, you can see this red, white, and blue body. I got this body at Christmas. I got this body for Christmas, and I still actually haven't ran it yet on a track. I actually haven't even really driven the car with this body on it, so yeah, that's kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. I'll find the time eventually. But dang it, dude, what the hell's going on here? There we go. Just have to get the back end off. DBXL, what do you guys think? So I've actually driven a DBXL before because we had one in our shop and I got to work on it. They're pretty much almost exactly like this. So like how you see like the front A-arms and stuff, the steering knuckles, and the caster blocks. Just imagine that, just like supersized. So the trucks, they are pretty durable. It's just they're not going to be able to do like an X-Max would do. But they're definitely super cool cars, and I know you can put really big like ESCs and motors in them. Like I've seen XOKH, he put in the new Hobbywing Max 4 system in it, and it was crazy. So I don't really have the money to own two big cars like that. But I can own one of them. I got the X Max, which is pretty cool. I like the truck bodies on street cars. I used to have Kyosho flag body with the eagle across the whole front of it. It was a sick body. That sounds like a sick body. I wouldn't want to own like a single cab. I wouldn't want to own like a real single cab Chevy. Just cause like I don't like single cabs. I like them when they're in street trucks, but I don't really like street trucks. I'd rather have like a regular truck or like an off-road truck or something like that. But here's this guy right here. We'll show you her pretty side. Do like that. Ka-chow. You can see that. It's this super freaking kick-ass engine pipe setup right here. So it's a red 2100 something. Yeah, 2104 pipe with the stock header on it, and then the OSXCB, right? Or the OS Max XZ. So we got that right there. The DX4 radio. Badass Savox servos. And apparently it's got a Spectrum sticker on the bottom now too. I don't know how that got there. I don't know. I can go in the trash, but yeah. So out of all the cars that you guys have, which ones are your favorites? Because I can tell you mine. This one's one of them. The X-Max is one of them too. And I don't really know what else, cause like I really like all my cars, but they're all fun in their own different ways. Like this one's fun on a track, but it'd be god awful boring at a bash spot, cause like it's not a bash car, it's a race car, so they're fun on the track. But I know for sure this one and my X Max, but I don't know what would come third and fourth. You know what, we'll do this. Pick 4 cars that you have to keep. If you're like moving and you needed to sell almost all your collections, and you can only keep 4 cars. Which 4 cars are you keeping? My dad plays this game with me all the time, and I hate it, so I'm going to play it with you guys and see what you guys say. So, for this one's for sure would stay. X-Max would stay. But I don't really know what else would stay. Bob only has 4. Well, then I guess you're set, man. What kind of cars do you have? I don't remember what you have. I don't even know, cause like all the cars are fun in their own different ways. Like this truck right here, slash 4x4. I had so much fun with it in my backyard, just freaking jumping it. And then this one right here, it's a lot of fun, freaking just going up and down the street with it. And we live right next to like a super wide road, which is really fun. Oh, you have a Savage 4.6. I've been wanting to get a Savage, just because I want the big block. So I want something bigger than a 20 in a monster truck. I want to do 21 or bigger. So I'm trying to find a used Savage. I don't want to pay the new Savage prices. But for sure this car would stay. This one would definitely stay. I cut the bed off because like it was all freaking broken. Don't mind my trash. I eat a lot of chips because they are delicious. Well, there it is right there. So you can see how it's all super broken. So I just cut off all the freaking broken stuff. I got a Max 6 in there now. And then a bunch of other little stuff. That just equals up to a badass truck. Wide Max kit on it. The new Sledgehammer tires with the blown out tire. So that one would definitely stay too. But I would probably also say this, my 2-wheel buggy, and one of those two. Because I do not know which one I would take out of both of those. This one has sentimental value. That one is just a lot of fun to drive around with. So I don't even know. That would be a tough one. But I do know for sure those two, maybe my two-wheel buggy, and then one of those two. I do not know which one though. That would be super hard. Oh yeah, also I got a plane. So if you guys, I don't think I've ever even shown you guys this one, but I have a plane. She's a little hurt right now. Just a little hurt. But I got this stuff right here to glue it back together. If you guys want, we can do that right now too. And work on that, because that's something I need to do, because this isn't my glue, this is my grandpa's glue. So we will have to see. What did Curtis say? Creating a Notorious 6, that's for sure. I do not have an Arma. I've never even owned an Arma before. Because you can see Traxxas, 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 more Traxxas, Traxxas, Traxxas down there. So I have a lot of Traxxas and a lot of Losi. Those are pretty much all the cars that I own that I actually drive. Because I also have this RC8 right here. But I don't really use it anymore because it's so dated. I want to get the new TLR buggy. The new TLR electric 8 scale and outfit it with all the stuff in there. And then with this guy, I want to get the new freaking the new 8 Elite 2.0, whatever it's called, the newest 8 scale buggy from TLR. I want to get that car too. And then I want too much stuff, if I'm going to be honest. But I have to figure out which one I have to buy next, because I also want a I also want to get the Max, like the 10 scale Max. I want to get one of those because I don't really have a Forest Basher. I almost considered buying the new Arma Creighton and Outcast 4S cars with the new metal drivetrain and everything. I almost bought one of those, but I didn't really want to because, for one thing, I've never really liked Armas. I've worked on them before at the hobby shop, and they were, like, the build quality on them. I don't know about the 6S cars and the 8S cars, but I know for the 3 and the 4S cars, the build quality on them wasn't super great. So I don't know too much about the new version 2 cars, but I don't really know, because I kind of thought about just to test one out, just because I never owned one, buy the Outcast 4S, the new one, just because it's got the metal transmission, or not transmission, but the metal drivetrain now, and it's got updated arms, and it's got a bunch of updates on it. So I've been thinking about getting something like that as well, but I don't really know if I actually want to get one of those or just buy a new Max, because like I really like the Max for sure. Hang on, sorry about this, guys. It's putting my phone on the charger. Because the damn thing's about to die, so. But I don't really know which one I want to get. Oh, you also have an MP9 as well. Those are cool. Those are actually really nice. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out what cars I want to get, because I'm gonna be honest, that little Gladiator that you see up there, right there, I kind of bought that on impulse, because I was down at Hot Rod Hobbies. We went to go run these cars, but the track was closed because they were working on it. And I was like, I gotta walk out of here with something cool. And I was wanting to buy either the Gladiator or the regular Jeep, because I want like a more stock truck, just to play around with and have fun, not do super crazy crawls like how I like to do with the built one. But I kind of bought that one on an impulse, and I really shouldn't have bought it, because that dropped me like $100 from what I could spend on like toy cars and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to buy next, and like how long it'll take me to save up for one, because like I would say, oh, I'll just wait till next paycheck to buy one, but like almost all my paycheck goes to gas, which is ridiculous, but it's It's what I have to do if I want to play in my big truck. So, yeah, it's definitely not fun struggling for gas money, which luckily I haven't had to do yet. I've always had enough money to at least get gas and food and stuff for myself, but I like having a nice chunk of change as like a little pillow instead of spending. Oh no, I'm down to zero. I have to wait till next month till I can fill up my truck. So yeah, I'm looking. It's the best RTR nitro buggy you can get. Well, I'm not really looking for a nitro. My next nitro that I want to buy is a T-Max 3.3, just because I don't have one. My dad has one, but I don't have one, so why not? But I kind of have a baby 3.3 right there. So I don't know. I definitely want to get a new nitro really soon. The next nitro I'll probably get isn't even like a nitro, like out of the box. You just break it in and play with it. It'll probably be that kit right there for the new 8 scale kit. That'll probably be my next nitro. Cause like, don't get me wrong, the Basher nitros are fun. It's just I like new race cars. They're fun to build and stuff. I need a Prius. Yes, I've actually considered buying a Prius. Cause freaking Dimitri of the Nitro Gang gets 50 miles to the gallon sometimes, and I get 13. Get 13 in my truck, and that's just me. Like, I get 13 miles to the gallon on average. That's just me like driving around. That's not even counting going out into the orchards and sending it and doing and drifting across the corners out in the orchards. That doesn't even count. So it's fun having my truck because I can do a bunch of cool stuff in it and haul around all my toys. But I don't know. I thought about buying like a used Civic or something like that. Or even a Tacoma pickup. See, I thought about getting like a mini truck too, just so I can still have like the usability and like the work aspect of it. So like if I have to like take stuff to the dump, I don't need to take the big truck. I can just take the little truck. But that kind of defeats the whole purpose of having the big truck because I can fit more stuff back there and move more stuff if I need to. So I don't really know. I'm probably eventually gonna buy like a used little car, Prius, Civic, something like that. That's like way easier on gas, so I can save the miles on the big truck, and also save the gas on the big truck. Because I know one of my friends, he has a Miata, and it takes him from E with super high gas prices, $60 to fill up his tank. So like, is it really that bad compared to $160, $170 to fill up a tank? So even with super high gas prices and stuff, small cars like that aren't that expensive compared to big trucks and even mini trucks and mid-sized pickups. I can't even imagine owning like a big 2500 or something like that and driving that around daily. So I don't even know. My grandma's Datsun wagon. You can cruise all night on E. That must be nice. I have to fill up my truck. I have to fill up my truck about every week, at least $100. Sometimes if I put in less money, I have to go twice a week, and that each time it's like $50 to $80. So I'm spending a lot of money on gas because I do not live close to where I work. I have to drive about 25-30 minutes to go to work. So yeah. So with like switching to like a smaller car or something, I know we're like RC channel and stuff right now, but this is pretty cool. But like I know it's gonna be definitely an investment at first. I won't see the benefit of it at first, but as it goes on, rather than paying anywhere from $140 to $180 to fill up my truck, I can. I'll be hurting for a little while because I won't have the same amount of money I did, but over time I'll slowly start regaining that money because I won't be spending $140, $180 a week filling up my truck. I'll be spending maybe 60, 50, 40 bucks a week filling up my truck. So, because I fill up my truck when I get down to a quarter of a tank, and then I have to go spend another $110 to $120 to fill that up from a quarter. So it's definitely a lot. Not someone was ahead on the gas saving cars back in the 80s. Yeah, I wasn't even around back then. I wasn't even an idea. My dad was 5 in the 80s. He was born in 70. He was born in 1975. So I definitely, my existence definitely wasn't on my parents' mind back then. So, all right, yeah. So, is there anything you guys wanna look at? I don't know. I should have done the live through StreamYard, honestly. I should have done it through StreamYard so you guys can talk as well. Oh well. There's a lot of good cheap used cars in Bakersfield. Yeah, there are, especially when you're looking at Civics and stuff, but even then they're still kind of expensive. Like what would have been like a $3,000 Civic is now a $5,000-$6,000 Civic. So like whenever you're buying like super cheap cars, they're like really 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 bad. Weather permitting, you want to run your mini Inferno tomorrow. Oh yeah, I forgot you had that thing. That thing is freaking cool. I know that thing is gonna be impossible to find parts for sure. But that thing is definitely a sick little car. I think the oldest car that I have might be my E-Max and my T-Max. I think those are the oldest. So, you know what? We'll take a little look. Here she is, in all of her glory. Look at that beauty right there. So for this truck, I'll actually have to pick you guys up, which shouldn't be a big deal. Yep. A lot of elderly people to buy from. Yeah, but that's true, but Bakersfield has gotten like, what's the word? Bakersfield's gotten really wealthy because of all the old retired people. So like, yeah, a lot of elderly people are selling in Bakersfield, but they're selling like super nice cars because they don't drive them anymore. But I don't really care about having cars like that. I'd rather, if I'm gonna get a car, it's gonna be something that I can just daily. You know what? I'm gonna plug this really fast. And then if my phone dies, so sad. But here's this little truck right here. So this is one that I've been working on for a while. 3906 E-Max. You can see right there, she's got the little shift servo, steering servo, got all this stuff. It doesn't have a receiver in it because I need to buy one. And the one that was in it went bad. And it freaking freaked me out because I thought I blew this out because I was running it on LiPo because I had LiPos in it, but it's a newer ESC, so it was because my receiver was bad, so I need to buy a new one. That's why it doesn't have one in it right now, but it does run. All it needs is a receiver, so it runs, but it doesn't run right now. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little truck. It's definitely a lot of fun to play with just in the front yard. I don't ever really plan on really bashing this truck. Like, I barely even freaking drive this truck in the front yard as it is. It doesn't really move at all. But I need to drive it around a little bit more. I need to drive the Fortec, actually. It's been a while since I started that. And the T-Max. Ugh, almost fell. But, yeah, my dad painted this body when I was a baby, which is pretty cool, which is why I still have this body on it. Plus, it's a Chevy, so that automatically makes the truck, like, at least 5 times cooler, just because it's got that little Chevy badge on it. Gucci, Gucci, goo. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, what shall we do now? Shall we do some repairs on an airplane?
Voice.
Do you guys even know I have an airplane? Well, it's not really a plane, but it goes in the air. Take it down. Don't break. Don't break. So, this girl right here is definitely not a small jet, but it's not the biggest jet either. So, it's pretty cool. I've already given it a couple boo-boos. It looks like she's got snot running down right here, but that's just Gorilla Glue, so it's not really a big deal. We'll set it kind of like that. Yeah. Oh god. Okay, maybe not like that. What? Why? I'm trying to get it to balance. Sort of. I'll just hold it. But this one is a 3 to 4S plane, which is kind of cool. So you can see it's got a boo-boo right there. I flew it. I was flying it, and it actually ran into a reservoir. Here, let me unplug you guys again. This isn't going to be very good on the phone, but doesn't worry. It doesn't matter. So I flew this guy. I was flying it. I went to go land it because I wanted to fly it on the 4S battery. And it freaking... I lost track of where it was, and it crash landed into a freaking reservoir. Luckily, there was no water in it, and I landed outside of the actual, like, reservoir where the water would be, but it was dry, which works out. But this right here is what broke, and then the nose of it came off. Luckily, my dad has Gorilla Glue, because this wasn't the first time that we've broken a plane in this household. So, you know what? While we're at it, we may as well fix it. So, what we'll do is whip it around like this. Sorry about the weird camera angles, guys, but trying my best here. And we'll fix this live. So, what I'm going to try to do... Well, let me get you guys plugged in. I want you guys to fall asleep on me.
Voice.
And you guys won't be able to see my face, but that's alright. You don't need to see my face. We got Why Not. I know you've been commenting on my videos wanting me back. I'm finally back. We were playing with some Nitro cars. Well, we weren't actually playing with them. We were looking at them, but now we're working on a little bit of a plane. So I have jet, and it likes to jet. So I got weak, like, child hands. I don't know. I can't open this up. It, like, glued itself shut. So I'm going to think smarter, not work harder. And I'm going to grab some tools, because this is why we have tools. To make our jobs easier. So we got this guy right here. Oh, don't fall. I got this guy right here, because I have weak child hands. Go like this, then we just open it up. Right there, like that. You go like this, and then you can see all that goodness right there. I don't want to get it on my pit mat, but you can see all that right there. Wow, that is strong. So what we're going to try to do, we're going to try to glue this thing. How am I? Oh, that's why there's a bunch of stickers in the way. So this is all. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to bond these two pieces back together. Just like that. I should probably stop moving it, but we're trying to bond these two pieces together. So I'm having a little bit of trouble because there's like this sticker kind of thing in the way. I'll show you guys really quick. There's like this sticker in the way, or like this film, You can see that. That's not styrofoam, that's like sticker. So I'm thinking, what if I make a little slit right here with an X-Acto knife? And then cut all that off there so it can actually bond to the styrofoam and not the sticker. You think that's a good idea? I don't really... This is my first time ever doing this. This would be like easy, super easy for my dad and my grandpa, because they're like wizards. But yeah, we'll try this. Woo! Well, the only bad part about working on this thing in here is I have like hardly any room, which I mean I can't really complain about too much, but you know, it's kind of nice when I'm working on stuff when I don't step on radios. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a light cut along here, because you can see right here, this is all just like a sticker. It's not really doing anything, and I'm pretty sure if I tried to glue it, it wouldn't bond right. But it's only a sticker. It's not really gonna hurt how the plane flies. Oh, damn. It's broke all the way back here. Alright. I feel like a surgeon right now. Let me know if you guys have worked on any planes before. So, like, let's hope that this freaking works. Because I do not want to glue this thing, fly it, and then it freaking comes undone. So, oh, ooh, good lord. Okay. So it looks like I need to peel the sticker off back here, maybe? I'm so scared it's going to break because of how much I'm moving it. Ouch. Well, you know what? We'll do this. We're gonna lay a little bit of glue on the very edge because I don't want it to break. So what I'm gonna do like this, just like that. And then we'll have it sit for a second. Because this glue right here, it's flexible. So you can see right here, flexible bond. And my grandpa and my dad use this whenever they break their, whatever the hell this thing's called. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it sit there for a second. Because I want it to actually bind. Is that the right word? Bind? Or cure. I want it to cure on the styrofoam, not on the stickers. So I don't want it to cure to the sticker, and then next time I wreck, the whole entire thing's gonna come flying off. We got RC Show Off in here. We got Mythical Bread. I forgot your phone does that when you plug it in. I've been confused. Yeah, my phone's kind of weird like that, but you know, you've been around it, so you're fine. We got JK341. We got all the OGs in here, back from when I first started. It's pretty gluey in my room right now, so for all you glue sniffers out there, trying to cut the sticker off without hurting the styrofoam too bad right now. I don't think I'm hurting it too bad. Dude, like right now, I'm pretty sure I'm like a level... I'm pretty sure, like, I'm a good enough surgeon right now to where I could, like, work on hearts and stuff. Oh, damn it. Okay, if this was a person, they'd already be dead. So, if you guys ever need me to perform surgery, just know I will probably kill you. Not because I want to. Not because I want to. but because I'm not super smart. But this is pretty annoying. Come on. Okay. Just a little bit more, then I can peel the sticker off. Come on. No. Okay, okay. Can I grab you with my fingies? Okay. Fingies. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. All right. So let me bring you guys in here real quick. So what we're doing right now, for those of you guys that just came, we are working on a plane that I have yet to fix because I've been too lazy and too scared. So I figured, why not do it in front of people? So that's what we're doing. So what I was trying to do right here is, if you see on this side, how all that's covered up by like a wrap or something like that, whatever it's called. Well, I'm trying to bond the styrofoam back to each other just like that. So I had to cut all this area out so I can glue it like that. So I'm letting this little area over here sit, so that way it's not too weak whenever I go to glue it. But you can see right there. That's how I want it to look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to glue the top of it first. So that way when I go to cut the bottom of it, it'll actually bond to the styrofoam and not to the, what's it called? The sticker. So that's what I was trying to do. I wish I could have like a way to like set you guys up right here. Do I have a way? Possible ideas? And then we've been live for 67 minutes. I'm gonna wait till we get to 69 and then we'll have reached the goal right there. Ugh. So we'll hope that this works. Oh, yo! So I have you guys propped up on a lamp right now, which is pretty cool. So let's just hope my phone doesn't die, because I know I put it on the charger. Alright, so what we're going to do now, I know it's not really the closest view, but it's a lot better than what it was before. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hold these together. I'm going to get all the glue all up in here. I don't want to get too much glue though, because then it might not bend. And then do it like that. Beautiful. Alright, now we just have to let it sit, and then hopefully it'll be fixed. Oh wow, you actually melted the paint. So I definitely don't want to get this on my fingers. For you guys, just so you guys know, I don't like to smell glue, but it doesn't smell bad. Not so crash friendly. Yeah, you're very right about that. But honestly, fixing styrofoam, I feel like would be a lot easier than fixing balsa wood or something like that. So let's let it sit first a little bit more. You can also install the regular wing hinges. Dubro used to have them. Super easy to install. Yeah, we have at my hobby shop that I work at. We have those hinges, but I didn't really want to. I don't want to buy them because like there isn't really an area to really like mount them, or well, you can mount them. It's just there's no way to really get them to stick, like a piece of plastic for the screws to thread into or something like that. There isn't really anything like that on this plane, so it's all just gonna be styrofoam. For every one that I break, I'm probably gonna have to glue it up again. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little while longer. I'm just gonna hold it. So this is gonna be a super entertaining part of the live, guys. Just me holding a wing. So I'm pretty sure I got it almost exactly straight. And if not, oh well. I'll learn how to fly like this. I didn't put too thick a glue on it. You know what? Let me bring you guys in here. Oops. So you can see all in there. That's how it's glued. But it's gonna take it a second to cure. I'm gonna do it like this, so that way I can actually see what you guys are seeing. Okay. Hang on. Let me try to get this damn thing positioned again. I'm doing like 2 things at once, guys, so bear with me. Okay. Pretty sure that's good enough. And I hope you guys know that I have you guys in my lamp. So, makeshift tripod? I think so. So, okay, there we go. So it's actually cured now. Or well, it's actually bonded together, so it's dried up enough so I don't have to hold it anymore. But it's still not like bonded to it. So we're gonna have to wait for a little while. We'll give it a couple more minutes, and if it's still not dried up by then, we'll just figure it out. Let me see. Is there a way? What? So well, my phone's running super low on power.
Voice.
So I have it plugged into my Chromebook right now. So the ultimate power source. But yeah, it looks like it's doing okay now. So I'll get you guys up here. You can see it's finally like together now. But it's still not 100% done drying. So we're gonna have to let it sit for a little bit longer. That's my landing gear. But this isn't my first repair I've had to do to this plane. I've had to bend some stuff back and glue the front end back on it. But you know what? While we're at it, I hope this doesn't melt it. That would suck. This is really strong stuff, but we'll do that. We'll let that cure as well. So we put a little dabble of glue right there. So that way, this thing doesn't go flying up whenever I actually start flying it again. I wish I had a little like guy in it still. The guy went flying out. So you can see also on top it's got a little bit of road rash. So I haven't been super nice to this plane, but it's okay. So oops, there we go. What we'll do to help that, look at that. Oh, beautiful. So we got this guy drying right here, then it's still not 100% dry, but we'll add another layer of glue to it. Just so that way I know it's not too thin of a layer and it'll actually hold up while I'm flying it. nice and even. So we'll let that sit there and dry as well, because I don't want to put too little on it to where it breaks. But we'll figure it out. Cut a slit and use 5-minute epoxy. I might have to look into that, because I definitely know hinges are a good idea to have on planes, instead of it just being like this. And this is the exact reason why most people don't get into planes. They're a pain in the booty. But I think the underside should be pretty easy. Yeah, the underside looks pretty easy, so I feel like the top was gonna be the hardest part just because the sticker's in the way. But it looks like we're doing okay now. It's just sitting here and waiting for it to dry. I got you guys on the charger, right? Yeah. There we go. So you guys shouldn't die, hopefully. Well, like the camera and my phone shouldn't die. But yeah, so this was pretty cool. It actually gave me something to do. Let me... that. Let the glue flow a little bit. Oh no, it got on my finger. We'll give it a little poke. Ew. Look at that. It's like gel. It's pretty cool. I'll rub that on the trash bin. Little cut. There we go. But yeah, so how are you guys liking the live? Is there anything you guys want to see while we're waiting for this to dry? Is there anything you guys want to look at? The X-Max, the Vortec, the Slash 4x4 Ultimate, one of my 8-scale buggies, one of the little crawlers. What do you guys feel like looking at? Alright, looks like I gotta get the edge a little bit. Should be okay. Any tuning tips for the 11K on the 3.3? So pretty much the way that I have mine, it's not that much. It's not too far off the break-in setting. So let me go see. Let me go grab the truck. Ugh. So you can see my low speed. If it'll focus. So you can see my low speed is pretty far out. I don't know how well you guys can see right there, but you can see my low speed's pretty far out. And then my high speed isn't too lean either. So whenever I use it, it's temping about 240 to 250, which is like normal for these engines. So, but in terms of like tips, they tune a lot. The engine tunes with that carburetor. It tunes a lot like a regular like 8-scale buggy engine, a regular big block 21. So it's not too difficult. In that video that you sent, it sounded like something was lean. it sounded like maybe your low speed was lean, or your what did it say? When are you going to bring the OS powered race buggy? So I think in like 2 or 3 weeks I'm gonna go to the track. I'm gonna go to Hot Rod Hobbies, and hopefully then I'll take like a short little video for you guys. Cause I know Bill, you commented on one of my other videos asking to see the trucks or see the car, so I'll film it then, and we'll see how that does. But yeah. But in terms of like your 3.3, it sounded like your low speed was a little lean, and your top was rich. Your high speed was rich. So I don't know, cause I know you typically for like break-ins and stuff, they have most engines low speeds are set a tiny bit lean. But yeah, I've been using VP 20%. Master Basher on my reloader runs cool. On everything else, it overheats. Yeah, so I run the Traxxas fuel in mine, so I run these guys right here, which I know some people think the only thing this fuel is good for is starting bonfires. But I've tried Byron's, Sidewinder, and the engines didn't really run right. So, I haven't tried the VP because I have the race blend. The 20% nitro, 9% oil. Oh, crap. That was a close one. So I use this. So I use this, and everything that isn't a Traxxas powered engine, I use this. Kyosho, Losi, OS, Dynamite, whatever it is, I'll use this. Because this is pretty much one of the best that you can get. And you can see right there, it's the 20%, 9%, so it is a race blend. We recently, in my shop, we got 30%, 9%, which I want to try that in my 8 scale buggy. And then I'll pretty much just use this as leftovers, if I have any leftover. But I know the VP is really good fuel. It's just I've never tried it in my Traxxas cars before. It's $10 cheaper. Cause in my store, or well, not my store, but in the store that I work at, we're a Traxxas official store. So the only cars that we carry are Traxxas, and Traxxas is like $15.99 a quart for the 20%, and then it's $19.99 for the 33%. But I think Traxxas is like 18% oil or something like that, crazy. So yeah, I know with all that oil in there, it runs hotter, but that's for me at least. That's what the engines run best on. From my experience, I've never tried the VP, but one of these days I'll have to try it. Just see how it runs, and then if it doesn't run right, then I'll just drain the tank on the side of the house, start the engine up, burn the rest of it off, and fill it back up with Traxxas again. Bill, I have not tried TNR, just because there's nowhere in my area to get it, so I have nowhere to get it unless I order it online, and ordering nitro fuel online is like crazy expensive. So I typically like to buy in person for my fuel, at least, because that's usually like the cheaper option sometimes. I just started using it. Yeah, I'll for sure give that a try when it's not so freaking hot outside. Because, like, tomorrow it's supposed to be 107. Sunday it's going to be 108. Monday it's going to be back to 107. So it's going to be really freaking hot. So I don't really care to run my cars outside when that's hot. I use Sidewinder 25% nitro, 25% nitro, 9% synthetic caster. Yeah, I ran the Sidewinder Basher blend in my 8 RTR in this car right here. I ran the Sidewinder Basher fuel in this one, and it ran freaking great on the Basher blend. So I've never tried the race blend, but I'm sure it's just as good. You got 30 for your reds and alphas. I had my reds R5R, and it came with a cracked block, so that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for reds. So I probably will never own a reds engine. I will definitely be owning more OS engines, though, because that OS, man, she's a freaking beast. It's like a lawnmower. It starts up every time. I'm gonna take a knee. Ugh. So this spot looks pretty dry. So I'm gonna flip it over. Scoot my chair in. Flip it over and glue the bottom of it now, just so that it's supported on both sides. Of course, it's gonna fling that way, so I'll have to have it leaned like this. We're gonna cut some of the stickers out of the way, just like that. Try not to be too rough with the X-Acto knife, because I don't want it to cut into the styrofoam too bad. There you go. One down, 4 more to go. You guys can't really see what I'm doing, but the less pressure the better, I guess. Okay. Ouchies. Come on, dude. All right. There we go. All right, so I got that cut out of the way. Now, well, it's like boogers. Do it like that. Just let's support it a little bit on the bottom. Do a touch bit more. Stickers are gonna look like crap, but it's not too big of a deal as long as it works. Right now I think we can seal this up. Alright, there we go. There we go. So the glue dries into like a rubber almost. That's pretty cool. I am not smart. Alright, you know what? We'll glue the front end of it too. Just because we got the glue. May as well. And you guys probably couldn't see that, but that's alright. So, is there anything else you guys want to see? Because I know gluing stuff was not very entertaining, but it's alright. You know what? Let's sit down for a second. Take a quick little break. So we glued that. It looks pretty cool. Looks kind of like red boogers, but it does its job. And then we've got this guy all glued in. You can see right there, we got that all glued in. Then we got the back glued too, which is gonna be a little bit harder to show you guys. Get the back glued. Ooh, don't drop it. But yeah, looks like we did solid on this. Next step now is to take this thing out flying. So, because I can't really think of anything to do anymore. Cool. Does anyone want to see any cars or have me do something? I'll charge up a battery. We can go run out back or something like that. It's only 1,000 degrees outside. Yeah, it's only 100, so we're okay. But while you guys are typing, you can take a quick little look again at some of the cars. So I know you guys have seen this a million times already, but I'm kind of grasping for straws right now, guys. Oh yeah. So I'm working on these guys right now. Getting these guys up and running. This one I think is pretty much done, other than charging up the batteries, binding the remote back to it, and then seeing if it works or not. And then this guy's going to be a little bit more work, because you can see all the rust on the shock shafts and everything. Literally all the shock shafts are rusted. The motor's rusted. The spray gear cover's off. It's got the old ESC in it, so I don't really know how easy this one's gonna be to work on. Then we also got this guy over here. We also have this guy, which is pretty neat. So it's got a little engine in it. I would assume this is like maybe a 15 or something like that. Does anyone know what kind of engine this is?
Hey idiot, charge me.
Let me move that. I can't tell what that says in there. Is that a Force? 9X16. So is this a 16? That might be what that means. I'm pretty sure it's either 15 or 16. I know that. I don't think it's a 12. It's got pretty good pinch on it. One-way bearing doesn't feel bad. I know the filter's kind of rough. You can see right there how it peels off like that. So I'll probably just have to cut up one of my old 2.5 filters and shove it in there and figure out all the radio. Although it's not too hard, it's just figuring out where everything goes. It's gonna be kind of difficult. And then I'll probably have to replace fuel lines as well, because these ones are super hard. So I don't know exactly how hard this thing's gonna be, but it looks like it wasn't even driven that much. It looks like it wasn't even taken out of break-in. That's how rich that high-speed needle is. So if you guys want to see me work on this guy too, I can start up on that. See if we can get the electronics working at least. If you guys want to see that. You know what? We'll do that. See if we can get the electronics working. It's because of this battery box right here, which I doubt the batteries even work anymore. Comes with this switch right there. On off. Let's hope that works. Okay. So this one's good. And then we also got the radio for it. So this one should work as well. I think it still even has batteries in it. No, it doesn't have batteries in it, but we'll get to work on this thing while we're at it. And we'll put good old Mrs. Jet over here onto the side. I'll leave you guys up here in your little lamp area, so that way you guys can see and actually get a half decent view. And yeah,
Voice.
looks like we're okay. So we'll set the plane down here for now. We still have wet glue on it. We'll get started on this guy. Oh God. I say we're gonna put it out of the way, and then I go ahead and kick it. So, we'll see. There's a low speed right there. Let's see. Are any of the needles stuck? No, high speed's good. Low speed is also good, so we're good on all those. Check the idle gap while we're at it. Alright, so that's as far back as that goes. Okay. So we'll do this. So what we'll do is we'll take the cooling head off, do it like how the Dimitri does it. Take the cooling head off and see how that looks in there. This Phillips or what? Oh no, that's 2mm. So we'll take the cooling head off, see how all that looks, and then we'll hope for the best, because I don't know exactly what condition this car was left in. But everything feels tight on it, so we should be okay. I don't think any dirt got in it or anything. There's always that one loose screw. Alright. Doesn't look too bad. Feels dry. The gaskets are on it too. Alright. So let me bring you guys in a little closer. So you can see right there. Doesn't look half bad. The sleeve doesn't look like it's got any wear on it either, which is a good thing. Take that copper gasket off. Make sure all that's clean. The only thing I don't like is that all that right there. Let me try to clean that off as carefully as I can. So we'll see how clean I can make that. Doing my best to keep that out. Okay. So I'll do that. While we're at it, I'll also do this, the carburetor a little bit. Don't want it to get dirty all up in there. There, that's the best that I'm gonna clean it right there. For now, at least.
Hey idiot, charge me.
Like that. Alright. So let's spray some WD-40 in it. Flip the freaking camera around. Alright. So we'll spray some WD-40. And let's turn it over. It doesn't sound that bad. Doesn't look like there's any wear on this piston and sleeve. It's crazy. Spray a little bit more in there. Spray a lot more in there. Go. No, it's not going all the way to the top. Whoa. There's still a tiny little area. I'll bring you guys in. So you can see it's not all the way to the top. Pull it up. So you can see it's not going all the way to the top. So it's got pinch. And you can hear it too. So just for good measure, do a little bit more. Yeah, the sleeve looks super clean. It looks like this thing wasn't even hardly broken in, if at all. Just working it in so I can hopefully get some. Spray some WD-40 down there. I need to get some 3-in-1 oil. You can see it sucks it right down too. Oop, a little too much. Okay, that's more than enough WD-40. But the sleeve looks good, which is a good thing. It doesn't even look like it's got hardly any wear on it. And you can see it's not reaching the top of the sleeve either. So it's got pinch. It's so cool to watch the piston just go up and down. I like watching that. It's pretty cool. So the engine was completely dry. It wasn't seized. So it's probably a good thing. And then we're gonna do an exact rip-off of the Mitri. We'll check the glow plug as well. Ooh, she glows. Damn. She's bright. We could probably start it right now. So, before we put this back, we'll clean this off with the toothbrush. Make sure it's all completely clean before we put it on top. So we got this. It's not 100% clean, but I'm just gonna use my t-shirt. Hopefully get as much dust off of it as I can. And then all these little spots, I guess, are just pressed in. Try to do it kind of like that. So you can see those little dots on there. Those aren't dirt or anything like that. It's just, I don't want to say pitted. I guess it's stained or something like that. I don't know. But the glow plug's good in it. So we might be able to start this guy. Unless we should save that for another live feed. Which would probably be kind of cool. And I'll do a live feed when not everyone that's into Nitro RC is going live. So we got lubrication in the engine. We know that the glow plug is good. The only thing left to do now is get the electronics working, get a new filter on it, and then new fuel line as well, because these are super stiff just because they've been sitting. And I do know that this car has been started at least once. Yeah, Curtis, you're right. When I was first starting, I was too scared to lean out my top. You can hear that now. So while we're doing this, take out this filter. Check this out. Look at that. This is not supposed to do that. Take out this bottom element too. Is the bottom element good? Bottom element seems to be okay. It's not peeling away like the top. So I think it's okay. Yeah, It doesn't seem to be peeling. No. Dual element filter. Freaking clean. You know what? We should just go all out. Ultimate filter. I mean, this is one of the nicest filters I've ever had. But it was on my Revo. It's got a little hole in it, so I need to get a new hose for it before I can start using it again. But what I plan on doing instead of killing myself trying to find a new filter for it, so what I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna use this filter right here as a donor filter. It is a little bit bigger and I need to wash it, I know. I'll clean it out before I give it to him. But it needs to have a fresh filter in it, which is what I'm damn well going to give him. Ha! Check this out. Freaking fits. It looks like it's solid in there. I mean, it's poking out a little bit, but I feel like that'll be okay. Just like that. I mean, it should be at least. What do you guys think? Think that'll be okay? Because I don't want to like cut it and then it be too small and then just be out of air filter. So I think that'll be okay. Looks like it'll be okay at least. So boom, got the filter done. So if I can get the radio system going on this thing, then I probably will start it up tonight. Just to see if it even runs, which, just by judging by this, I'm pretty sure it runs. It's actually gonna hydro lock. Do it this way. Okay, that doesn't even work. Alright, so we'll pull it down, see how much WD we got in it. A little bit. Just a little bit, guys. But you can see on the glow plug how it's just that little touch of brown. So this thing has been started before. It's not brand new. Okay, this is gonna be kind of a pain in the butt because it's too. That cooling head is super small, and don't really have a way to get it in there. And of course, it's too small, so I can't get the fuel tubing around it. See ya, Bob. Okay, there you go. I can see your guys' comments now on my phone. But I don't want to risk, because if I try to force it in there right now, I'm risking stripping out that cooling head, and I don't want to do that. So I want to do this and hope that works. Of course it doesn't. But we shall see. I don't think it's enough to really grip onto it. No, it's not. Let me try zip tying it or something. Because it's too freaking... Of course, I don't have zip ties. Will this work? Let's try this. What the frick? Because I don't want to strip out that cooling head. What else could I do? Because if I do it like this wrench is too big to fit inside of this hole. That's what she said. And I can't... Can't really... Can't figure it out. Alright, well, I see people are getting off, so I guess this is where we're gonna end it, because I can't seem to figure this out, and I don't want you guys to be here for freaking 4 hours. So when I do start it up, I will film it, or I'll probably go live, but we will figure this out. So, alright guys, hope you guys have a good night, good morning, whenever you're watching this, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. There will be more lives, so just keep a lookout for them. Alright, see you guys.